I was surrounded by individuals who I thought understood. No one understood what I went through. No one understood my journey. No one understands my journey. And that's why I'm currently being spiritually attacked. Because a lot of people who are confined mentally in a box, they don't get it. But they have to understand that we're only here to help those who want to get it. That's it. God leads us. So I had a excruciating, mind you, this surgery that I had was a failed surgery. Okay? I honestly feel like this shit was done to me purposely, but we're not going to get into that. So the surgery that I had was a failed surgery. I was on pain medicine around the clock. But let me tell you about God. So, and addiction runs in my family, okay, on my karmic mother's side. So addiction runs in my family. So, ended up on pain medicine. Mind you, I was on pain medicine since August 2018, y'all. And when I tell you, my life is a testimony. And when you have doubt in yourself, all it takes is your knowing that there is a higher power at work for you. That's all it takes. That knowing. Sorry, y'all. That's my crazy daughter ran in the daggone room as I was trying to film. So, as I was saying, I was on pain. I don't remember where I left off, but we gonna continue this thing. So, I was on pain medicine since August of 2018, y'all. Oh, what I was saying was, my life is a testimony. And when I tell you, if it wasn't for my knowing in a higher power, if it wasn't for my knowing that I don't walk alone, I had premonitions of me being spiritually attacked. The Most High God showed me the enemies. Okay? When I tell you, cold turkey, I've been sober. I have not had anything in my system. I don't have anything in my system. God knows. Strike me dead now. I've been sober going on 3 months now. Cold turkey. Mind you, I have been on pain medication because of my spinal cord injury since August 2018. I didn't have to go to no rehab clinic. None of that shit. God restored me. He restored me. Because I'm telling you, so many people, family, so-called friends, so-called lovers, prayed on my downfall. They're still praying on my downfall, but it's not gonna happen. They prayed on my death, but it's not gonna happen. They sat back knowing what they did. They ridiculed me when I was on pain medicine. When I would go and see my doctors, my doctors were more concerned, more compassionate, because they knew and they saw what I was going through. I went to like in, I want to say it was like in September, October. It was a little bit later after I had my, kind of started recovering. Mind you, y'all, I was in a neck brace. I had a walker. All of this. I had to go through physical therapy. Okay? And I ended up going to meet with a therapist. A therapist that was on my level. And when I tell you, this woman was so compassionate, she was so loving. And a lot of times, that woman knew who I was and what I was. We would sit there and talk about spirituality because we had nothing really to discuss. She would tell me straight up, the only thing that's bothering you right now is, you being so outgoing, you being so goal-oriented. Just think about being so outgoing, being so goal-oriented, a go-getter, okay? And that's a reason why a lot of these people are angry. An entrepreneur, self-made. But a lot of these people were upset and angry. And this woman, I would talk to this woman, and she'll say, it's what's going on with you now. Come on now, you're in a neck brace. You're trying to recover. You're going through therapy. Not only that, I have offspring. You have a walker. This is the only thing that's bothering you right now. And she saw that. This is the only thing that's going on with you. You're not mentally this. You're not mentally that. I don't see that. So a lot of our sessions, our first couple sessions, yeah, we would sit there and talk about, my failed surgery, what I was enduring. But after that, we sat and we talked about spirituality. We talked about herbal-based remedies. This is what we talked about. This is what our sessions were. But God has restored me. He has strengthened me. So in the times when, don't let nobody tell you about your relationship with the Most High. Don't let nobody tell you about your journey. Your journey is your journey. Your testimony is your testimony. Don't ever feel as if you have to fit in. And I'm telling you, a sober mind, being celibate, will open your eyes. It will open that first eye. Not only will you see things with your eyes, but you will begin to analyze things with your first eye. So I highly recommend being celibate. I highly recommend being sober. Now, thirdly, we have being in hermit mode. So, hermit mode, when I think of hermit mode speaks introspection to me. It speaks looking within. It speaks shadow work. It speaks facing those things that may have caused those addictions. Okay? It speaks going all the way back into your childhood. how people made you feel, how you may have looked at yourself in the mirror and ain't like what you saw. Okay? How you had those moments in childhood. We've all had those moments in not just childhood, I would say, but in, your teen years when you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find who you are. Because me, I used to be a tomboy. I was a tomboy. But you have to find you. You have to find you. Like I said, this journey is not rainbow and lucky charms. That's why we're chosen. That's why the chosen are chosen. Because we don't sugarcoat shit. Now you got some people out here, that choose to. Okay, and that's their choice. I ain't stepping on nobody's toes. But this journey is not rainbows and lucky charms, honey. I'm here to tell you. But it is for your highest good, though. That is the reward. It is for your highest good. It is getting to know a better knowing of you, a better knowing of yourself, a better knowing of, just knowing that you don't walk alone. You've never walked alone. If you know. So, introspection, journaling. I highly believe in journaling. Journaling is a must. Manifesting. Vision boards. And touching into that inner child is doing things, like a lot of chosen ones are crafty. And you don't necessarily have to be chosen. If you're on, it's just about this spiritual journey. And if you're choosing that, a lot of us come with we come with a lot of creativeness, okay? Thank you, Spirit. We come with a lot of creativeness, okay? And so when you tap into that creativeness, when you tap into, especially like I see, some readers on here who like painting and stuff like that, creating beautiful portraits and art and, just forming businesses, creating candles, just so many beautiful things, to help, just to aid others in their spiritual journey. Or as what I was getting to was that painting, like me, I love creating jewelry, beaded jewelry, crystal jewelry. That's the kid in me. And these are traits that I pass down to my offspring. Okay? That introspection not only allows you to see the greatness in self, but it also, if you have offspring, you're going to raise your offspring differently. It's about the best thing, the best. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. God knows that we are greatness. He knows that. Did I always believe this about myself? No. Want me to tell you why? Because with introspection also comes with, and going into hermit mode, also comes with you separating yourself. God is going to start purging your life. People, places, and things that do not mean you no good, things that do not aid in your sacred transformation. And you have to accept that. See, like I've said before in previous videos, God has been preparing me for a long time. You have to be accepting of it. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be open to it. Because I'm telling you, when he sees it in you, oh, he gonna push your ass. Best believe it. You gonna be ducking and dodging, and it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'm here to tell you now. You could be somebody who, and this still falls underneath introspection and hermit mode. You could be someone who feels like the eyeball. You could be someone who's still trying to maintain, going out amongst friends and, still trying to maintain these friends. And like I said, I'm speaking from my personal experience. Okay? Take what resonates. If you can relate, you can. If not, it's no biggie. But you could be still trying to interact with these people, and at the end of the day, you still feel odd. You're still like, this not me. You understand what I'm saying? This isn't me. This isn't my cup of tea. And I'm gonna say it again. Not stepping on nobody's toes. So if you're feeling that way, trust that inner compass. Trust your intuition. Trust that discernment. That is the Most High speaking to you. That ain't it. You've been, me personally, I know. I used to, when I was younger, child, I used to always go out. Always. People outgrow things. Life, if you're not growing, you're doing something wrong. So, you may not have those same friends that you had when you was 21, 18, 16. Because you're going to branch off. My thing is, people are going to be aligned with what they're meant to be aligned with. Okay? And not only that, you have to also, spirituality is also, and this goes with, all this falls together. This goes with self-love, number one. Remember I told you, self-love covers being celibate, being sober, introspection, self-love, period. Okay? But when it comes to being celibate, sober, introspection, boundaries, okay? Boundaries involves all of that. You have to celibacy comes with boundaries. Being sober comes with boundaries. Introspection being in hermit mode comes with boundaries. Because first of all, if you're celibate, you're not going to engage in things where you may possibly be tempted. Boundaries. Okay? If you are sober, you're not going to engage or be around things where you could possibly be tempted. If you are in hermit mode, introspection, boundaries, because you're not going to engage in things. Somebody may, a lot of times when we're in hermit mode, we don't want to be out on the scene, if you understand. Okay? And like I said, I'm making this video as well for those who need direction. So it all comes with boundaries as well, not just self-love. Self-love is number one, is at the top. Because when you begin to see your self-worth, when you have self-respect, when you have self-love, you're gonna know that you can achieve being celibate. You're gonna know that you can achieve being sober. You're gonna know that you can achieve that you have the strength to go into hermit mode and do your shadow work, do introspection. Okay? To look at yourself, to do your affirmations, and throughout all of this, you want to be manifesting. You want to be manifesting. So this is, I would say, like part 1. I will title this like part 1 when it comes to, the spiritual journey. This definitely was a channel message. I was like, you know what? Let me record this, because also too, I want to add this. Spirit is saying pep talks. Okay? You are your biggest supporter. Don't feel like you a weirdo. Having pep talks with yourself. Talking to yourself. Okay? I personally call them pep talks. Okay? Somebody may irritate you. Somebody may piss you off. You may piss you off. Pep talks. Release that frustration. God hear you. You're not crazy for having pep talks with yourself. I promise you. Okay? So definitely y'all hit that like button. Like I said, if you want to comment, feel free. Don't comment no stupid shit in my comment section, because you will be blocked and reported. Definitely subscribe, because I will be having more content coming to my channel. And make sure you hit that post notification bell to all. Like I said, this is going to be just a part 1. And I'm definitely going to be, adding on to this conversation. I hope y'all are having an amazing Sunday. Continue to stay prayed up, blessed, and I'll speak to y'all in the next video.